When it comes to a budget option for storing your tools, maybe having a bit of a workbench, there's not much that beats the 9-drawer tool cabinet, cart, workbench, whatever they want to call it. It's a category that we've covered for years. They kind of started out small, and then everyone caught on to them, and they were everywhere. Then last year, they kind of just went away. Well, they're making a comeback, and we've got a broad swath of options here. I'm going to show you some of the ones, and I'm going to talk about some of the ones that I have, some of the ones I've worked with, and some of the ones that I want, maybe you want too. So let's jump into it. First off, I want to talk about Audible.com. Audible is a fantastic option for getting to listen to books when you don't have the time like me to read books anymore. I used to love to read. And anyway, a few years ago, I had a commute that was just absolutely terrible, and Audible saved my life. I got up here on my phone. This is my app here, if it'll focus, and 480 titles that I've got on there. And the listen time on this, I don't listen to music anymore. Music's all right every once in a while, but as you can see here, I've got 6 months, 12 days, 18 hours, 57 minutes of listening time. I use this app a lot, and I don't just use it in the truck. I don't just use it on road trips. I use it in the shop and in the studio when I'm working and I want something just in the background going. I can educate myself. I can do all sorts of stuff. Let me show you some of the stuff that I've been listening to. First one is the Dresden Files Stormfront. It's a detective novel. It takes place in Chicago, except the detective is also a wizard. Kid you not. American Buffalo by Steve Rinella. It's the history of the West and how the American Buffalo played a huge part of it. Steve Rinella is the guy behind Meat Eater, and a fellow Montanan, an active hunter. I think this is a fantastic must-read for anybody who's interested in the history and ecology of the West. Beware of Chicken. This is an Asian kung fu fantasy, just fun and humorous. It's a pretty funny book. It's a good listen. We've got Rob Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club, trying to make yourself a better person. I'm always trying to be better than I was the day before. This is one of the books that's helping me do that. You like military fiction? You like science fiction? Let's mix the two together and get an eerily, and I do mean eerily accurate vision of where this country and the world could be going in the not so distant future. And then we got Fast Track to getting your technician's license for a ham radio. And of course, you want to get your copy of the Home Distiller's Workbook, your guide to making moonshine, whiskey, vodka, rum, and so much more. Written by Jeff King. Hey, I think I know that guy. And R.C. Bray, who is probably right now the number one narrator in all of audiobooks. And fun fact, I'm pretty sure that my book was the first book he ever narrated. So anyway, let's jump into the toolboxes. All right, first we got to lay a foundation. We're going to set a baseline here over at Harbor Freight. We're looking at the Yukon, not the Icon, not the U.S. General, the Yukon line. That's their entry line. And I don't think they invented this toolbox, but they definitely made it popular. This is what we call about the standard 9-drawer toolbox. It's one large drawer across the top. Then you got 8 other smaller drawers, I should say 6 small drawers, all the same size, and then 2 large drawers on the bottom. Each drawer holds about 100 pounds. It's lockable. It has a hardwood top. I think it's a cheap hardwood. It's like, some people call it monkey wood. I think technically it's acacia wood. I could be wrong about that one. Over at Harbor Freight, it comes in red, comes in black, comes in blue, comes in white. Currently, the standard price on it is $350. It goes on sale usually for as low, I should say usually, it goes on sale as low as $300. That's a pretty good deal when you think about it. Now, the specs on this, which are kind of what I consider the standard, are 46 inches wide, 37.5 inches tall, by 18 inches deep. So there we go. That's the standard. Let's keep going from here. We're over at Home Depot. Now, this is their answer to the Yukon. It's $50 more. It does throw in a USB, not USB. It's got a power strip. I think it has USB in the power strip. I could be wrong. But let me see if there's a picture there from the side, and you can't see anything on there. Anyway, last I saw, I thought it had USB ports. I don't remember. Anyway, this is essentially the same setup, same dimensions, 46 by 37.5 by 18 deep. And it comes in a whole bunch of colors, but beware when you're going through these colors jump all over the place, and they're not all the same box. Like this one jumps into a 52-inch box here, and this is coming in at $698. This one's $698. There's a white one in here. It goes back to the 46-inch box. It's $498 though, because you're paying for the extra color, I guess. Same with red. I guess you're paying for the red, but if you want it in basic black, you can get it just under $400. For $50 more, I don't know if I would pay the extra money for it. Now, I will say this. There's an old video. It's an old video that compared the Yukon to the Husky, and it showed that the Yukon was way better. At the time, that was true, but shortly after that, Home Depot was like, okay, we're going to fix that. And now they're essentially identical. Paying $50 for an integrated power strip with the cord wrap and stuff is nice, but you can get the magnetic one. Anyway, that's up to you. You make the call if that's a value proposition for you. All right, let's keep going though. For $50 more than that, you can get the Husky. It's essentially the same box. It's just now 24.5 inches deep. That's a significant jump up in depth. You're adding 6 inches there. And I don't know anybody who doesn't want to add 6 inches. $448. I can't help myself. $448. It is a large jump up in storage. And if you want that, that's kind of the only option you have in something coming close to a budget box. But at that point, you're now kind of edging into those U.S. General kind of prices and sizes. So you have to consider that as well. All right, next up, we've got still over at Husky, they've got their 42-inch box. Now, this is currently $378. It doesn't make any sense at that price. I think it's a little bit shorter. It's the same depth. It's the same. It's not even the same. It's not the same width. It's 6 inches shorter. Now you just lost those 6 inches. You win some, you lose some. Anyway, around Black Friday, this is their Black Friday box. It goes on sale for a good bit cheaper, but I would not buy it at this price here. Now let's keep going here. Next up, we've got this one that I actually want. It's the 46-inch box, same kind of specs, but now it's got a flip out table on it. Now what can you use that for? Well, think about it. You got some glue ups, you got some setups, you're building anything, all sorts of layouts and stuff. This is a great way to have a flexible workspace in your shop. You got a smaller shop, but you need some space for the day. You pull this thing out, and now you got tons of workspace. And you can put it away, and you're back to the room that you had before. $658, not cheap. Now, this odd thing is they're showing that this is a special buy at $658. It's also out of stock, by the way. Special buy at $658, but if you get it in black, normal price is $618. You pay for that pigment there. Anyway, let's keep going. We're over at Lowe's Kobalt. Now, this one is, again, pretty much dead on with the U.S. General. Not U.S. General, my bad, the Yukon. You're looking at 37.2 inches in height, 46.1 inches wide, 18 inches deep. The only difference is you got some odd color choices, but they also add the power strip here on the side, so you have that option. But it's $500. It's at that point, I'm not really feeling like it's all that budgety, if you know what I mean. But they have it in this weird color combination that I'm still trying to come to terms with there. $498 for that color pattern. I don't know if I really care for that. The white I like, but it's out of stock. Comes a classic red. We got this lime Mopar green there. That one's crazy. The gray's kind of nice, but again, out of stock on that one as well. Other options over at Lowe's is Craftsman. Now, Craftsman doesn't make anything that kind of ties to this exact form factor. So we have the 7 drawer here coming in at $450, or we've got the 10 drawer coming in at $539. Now, I have this box. All right, let me pull it up here so you can see it. I have that box, and I will tell you flat out, I'm not a fan of the Craftsman line. I have that box. I have sitting right next to me. I have 2 of the smaller 26-inch cabinets. I have a third one. So I have 4 Craftsman boxes in total. Trust me when I say this. They're not worth the money they're asking. They're the lowest grade. They're not equivalent to the Huskies, the Kobalts, the Yukons. They use sheet metal screws to attach the handles and the wheels. It's ridiculous. They have sharp edges. It feels unfinished. It's a disappointment, and somebody should slap their mother, if you know what I mean. Whoever designed this, the bean counters behind it are just, I mean, they're cashing in on the Craftsman. I'm worked up about it, as you can tell, and people have heard me rant about this for years. People are subscribers to the channels. You're a subscriber, right? Right? Anyway, you know what? Let's take a second. If you like what we're talking about here, go ahead and chomp the old like button. Maybe smash the subscribe. Maybe ring the bell. Who knows? Good things could happen. Might save you some money. Might find you some tools you like. Anyway, might help you avoid some tools that aren't going to help you out. This box, I will tell you this, does have a ton of storage. All right. And it's great for storing light duty items, but not at $539. That is just a ridiculous price. This was a $400 box. Better yet, go on sale for $350 all day long. I'd recommend it. Take the Craftsman name off. Call it Craft Person. I don't care. Anyway, I've droned on about that enough. Let's head over to Menards. Menards Performax. Look at this, 53-inch wide box for $500. $489.49. That's including the standard Menards 11% rebate. Not the best boxes out there, but not bad boxes. I like the breakup of the drawer design. You got some small drawers on the right, longer drawers on the left, the one big drawer across the top. Nice workbench. Doesn't have the wood top. I can get a wood top if I need one. Let's keep going. They've got a smaller box here, 41-inch. Now, this is just a 6 drawer. It's kind of a bigger version of the cabinets I have next to me for $382, considering that I paid pretty much that same price for these. Actually, I think I had a coupon, but still, that's not a terrible price. But we got some great options coming up over at Menards. How about this ProSteel? Look at this box. Looks like it should be a job site box. 53-inch for $375. See, that I like. I can look. It's even got the power strip on the side. Doesn't come in all the pretty colors. It's got that stupid wheel in the center, which means they didn't use heavy duty steel on it, and it's going to be a little harder to get it up close to the wall. But you know what? Once you get them in place, you don't really move them usually. At $375, I can make myself happy with a box like that. They also have a smaller version. They're 41-inch here, coming in at $275 with the power strip. Again, it not available in all the kind of pretty kind of colors. You'll have to be happy with what you get, but at that price, I can make myself happy. All right, let's keep going here. Look at this. We get the 52-inch mobile work center with the wood top, with the offset drawers, which I like, and the pegboard on the back for $312.40. Craftsman, are you watching this? Are you watching what Menards is doing? Menards is shaming you. Shame you, Craftsman. Anyway, $311.49. That's a fantastic. If you're looking for a budget box, look no further. 52-inch with a pegboard and a wood top. All right, let's keep going here. AutoZone. Come on. Who else is surprised AutoZone's got tool cabinets? Who knew? Anyway, they're not in store. You got to order them. I wouldn't recommend it. 46-inch. I mean, I like the blue. Don't get me wrong. I think that's a nice color blue, but that's essentially the same box that you're getting with the over at the old Home Depot. That's the same as this red box, and it also comes in blue for $368. And you get the power strip and you get the wood top, whereas this one you get no power strip, you get no wood top, and you're paying $500 for it. AutoZone, what are you thinking? There's somebody smoking something over there. Speaking of smoking something, we talked about the WorkPro here, and a lot of people were like, who's going to pay $800 for a standard 9-drawer work cart? All right. Like, if you look at this, there's not much difference between this and the Kobalt one. Now, if we look at the Kobalt one, we look at it in blue. I mean, look at this. We got 46 by 37 by 18 with the power strip on the side, right? And we come over here to this one, 46 by 18, power strip on the side. It's got the same wooden top. It's got the same key, basically. I mean, it's essentially the same box. So why are we paying $800 when this one is, was it $500, or you can get the Harbor Freight one for $350. I can buy 2 Harbor Freight ones. That would be $700 or for $100 more, I can get one of the WorkPro. Why would anybody do this? It's shipping, brother. That's all it is. WorkPro is an online only one. And the only people who should be buying this, and WorkPro sent me one, and I love WorkPro, and we talk about WorkPro all the time. I got here, make sure that it's right side up, my favorite little WorkPro pocket knife. I've got a WorkPro, oh, you can't see it. There's a WorkPro tool bag right there full of tools, all sorts of stuff. It's shipping. You ship a box this big, it's going to double the cost. The people are, and you're like, well, I can get it delivered by Home Depot or something. Yeah, you can. So if you don't live near Home Depot and you want to get it shipped, that's the person who's buying this thing. All right. It's not for everybody. It's maybe not for you. Not everything. I'm going to have to tell you something. Not everything's about you. Your mom should have told you that. I know, but I had to be the one. I'm sorry. All right. You know what I mean. We're moving on. All right. Acme Tools. We got the 52-inch Stanley. There's a classic name, Stanley. Same kind of specs here. The 52-inch. It's coming at $850. If you want liftgate service, you're going to add another $75 to that. And you're like, why am I paying that much? It's shipping, dude. They got to ship this sucker to you. It ain't cheap. I mean, I was looking for the weight on it. Here, let's see, go down the specs here. 18 inches deep. Where's the package weight? 221 pounds. And it's not even the weight. It's the bulk. All right. That's where it really comes into play. So when you want to buy these, you want to buy them local when you can. Runnings is one of these, what we call farm and ranch style stores, a bigger player out there. They've got their own brand called Black Diamond. It's a 46-inch workbench, exactly the same, all blacked out if you like that kind of look. It's kind of nice. I like it. $429 on that one. And the last one, we're going to go over to Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply's got Shop Max. Now, Shop Max is not a brand I'm familiar with. This is their 52-inch box. Nine drawer rolling tool cab for $585, and that looks to be the sale price, normally $650. And they've got a bunch of options over there. Let's see here. There's the 52-inch. There's another one. They've got the 41-inch on sale. They got some more boxes. Anyway, I reached out to Shop Max. At first I thought it was a store brand. It apparently is not. And I reached out to the company and said, hey, can you tell me more about yourselves and what you're trying to do? And you know, where you see this one coming into play? Is it the best option out there? Well, I think I'd probably take it over the Craftsman, but that's not saying much. $550, again, you're getting into that kind of like mid-tier kind of tool chest kind of prices. But if you're working for a workbench, I get it, but it doesn't have the wood top, so I don't know how workbenchy is it going to be. So that really brings up the question then, what is it you're looking for when it comes to a budget toolbox? Put it down below. What are the things you want to see? Is the 9 drawer hitting all the targets? It's got the wood top. It's got decent casters. It's at a good price. You can roll it around when needed. If it's up against the drawer or against the wall. A lot of people are like, well, 18 inches, you'll get a lot of the professional mechanics. 18 inches is just stupid. And these are home gamer boxes, dude. And in your garage, you don't want a 30-inch deep box because when you open up that drawer at 30 inches, that's now almost 60 inches. All right. Where are you going to park your car or your other stuff? You know, where are you going to put the kids', bikes and whatnot? You don't have that kind of room in a home garage, in a home shop. That's why 18 inches often makes sense for these smaller boxes. But to each their own. Everyone's got a different need, different one. I want to hear what you're looking for. Maybe that can help me do a better job in finding the stuff that you're looking for next time. Anyway, again, if you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. Don't forget to check out audible.com. Links down below. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.